old today. I cannot believe it. He's actually in his crib right now in his room, which I usually like to film these kind of videos in the room because it's like a cuter backdrop than this. But he's sleeping in his crib right now, so I didn't want to disturb it. We just started last night, so this is so new, but we just started using the Baby Merlins Magic Sleepsuit. I think I'm saying that right. I'll have it linked down below. But it basically looks like a snowsuit, and I was kind of like worried about using it because it looks like a snowsuit. Like, I didn't want him to get too hot. But it is insulated. We wanted to also wait until we were ready for him to sleep in his crib and get that transition going. So we are just now doing that now that he is 3 months. And he laid in his crib from like 7:30 to about midnight, which was a pretty big deal, I thought, because usually when you lay him in his crib, he won't last for very long because he just doesn't like it. So yeah, that's been really nice. And right now he's taking a nap with that sleep suit on in his crib. So his sleep schedule, he goes to bed at like between 7 and 7:30, and then he'll wake up around like 2 o'clock, and then usually like around like 4 or 5. He probably wakes up for the day at like 6:37. Sometimes 5 a.m. Like, I don't know, he's like going through some growing, I think, right now, because he has been waking up so early, and I'm not a morning person, so it's kind of tough. But he is so happy in the morning. Like, he has always been the happiest baby in the morning that it doesn't seem so miserable to be up so early because he's so cute. So some developmental things that Charlie can do now is he can play with toys. It is so much fun. I remember I was talking just last month, like, it's crazy to me how much changes in 1 month, because in his 2-month update I was talking about how like he's interested in toys but he doesn't grab them or hold them or anything yet, but he does now. He will grab towards things, or he's always like trying to reach towards things that you have, and he'll grab toys. If you're playing with him, he'll grab them and he will hold them. And pretty much everything he has goes right into his mouth. He also always has his hands in his mouth. He is always chewing on his fingers. And his hands are always just like soaking wet because he has them in his mouth all the time. He is showing interest in things by leaning towards them now, which is kind of fun. Like, if you have him sitting up on your lap, and you like have like a toy in your hand or something, he will lean towards it. Or if I'm sitting next to Matt and he like is looking at Matt, he'll lean towards Matt because he wants to see him. So that's kind of cute too. One thing he has been showing interest in is food, which he is too little to be like even interested in what I'm eating. But if I have him on my lap and I'm eating, or if he's like next to me and eating, but mostly when he's on my lap, because he'll watch my food and he'll look at it, and he's been getting good at like tracing things now. So like if you're to move something in front of his head, he's gonna move his head or move his eyes. Here's your Bessie. And follow it, and he does that now with food. So if I'm eating, he's like watching me very intently. He doesn't ever try to grab it yet, but he's watching, like trying to figure it out. One crazy thing that he did, and he just did this yesterday, was he rolled over for the first time from his back to his tummy, which is, I guess, opposite. I didn't know that. It's just what he's been doing on his own. And then I looked it up, and apparently babies usually start rolling from their tummies to their back first, and that's like around, I think, like 3 to 5 months is when they do that, and then the rolling from back to tummy comes after that. You can do it? It's easier on the couch, isn't it? Because it's squishy. is like a pro at it. If you lay him down on his back, it's like his body just automatically like curls up and rolls, and he just rolls over. It is like the cutest thing ever, but I cannot believe that he's already doing that. I think that that is all for the developmental things. Obviously there's lots of like little things along the way, like putting his hands together, and he is hitting all of those milestones as well, but I just want to talk about the big things. I don't know how much he weighs and how long he is. At his 3-month appointment, he was 13 pounds even, and he was 24.5 inches long. So that was, because you guys know I had that appointment late, so it was only like a few weeks ago that he had that appointment. So he's probably not too far off from those measurements. And like I said, he is sleeping right now, so I don't have him with me to show you guys, but I will insert some clips, and I had obviously inserted some clips throughout this video as well of the different developmental things that he's done that I've caught on camera. I wanted to show you guys those too, but unfortunately I don't have him with me, but if you do want to see Charlie and see what we've been up to lately, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post vlogs every once in a while of Charlie and I, and sometimes my husband is included in those videos, and family and friends and things like that. So if you are interested, definitely subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any of those updates. And I will see you guys in my next video.